Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a DIY Dollar Tree Easter decor. Very easy and inexpensive. The first thing we're going to need is some of the pink fuzzy socks. These are in the kids section because we're going to decorate our gnome. So you're going to need your gnome, whether it's short, tall, or otherwise. And then we're going to use some of the pom-poms. Now these are two little kits to make crafts that I got from the Dollar Tree. For another project, we're going to use these eggs. These ones are from the 99-cent only store, but they do sell them at the Dollar Tree, as well as the carrots. We're going to use 10 carrots, so you can need 3 packs, and some cotton twine. This can be found in the tool bench section, as well as some green jute, but that's optional. You can pick whatever color jute you guys want to use. We're also going to use our gluing device as well as our cutting device for this project, okay? We're also going to use like a stick, and I'll share that with you in a minute. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create an Easter bunny hat for our gnome. So I told you guys when I created this gnome back in Christmas time that we were going to decorate him for each holiday. So his Easter hat is going to be made out of a sock. So what I've done is I've turned the sock inside out, and I've put it with the sole of the foot facing up towards the ceiling, and I've cut just above, about an inch above where the white heel is, and then I've glued the 2 ears. Now they're going to be bunny ears, you can tell, closed. I didn't quite glue down to the cut, but that was just because I knew I could do it once it was turned right side out. All right. So then we're going to turn it right side out, and then I'm just going to glue that little piece there, which I don't even think it's necessary. And then we're going to lay it completely flat, and we're going to draw on a face. You don't have to draw on a face. You could just put on a nose. You could do googly eyes. You could just do dot eyes. You could do button eyes. Again, I try to inspire you to come up with something on your own. But what I decided to do was to take these little pom-poms from the Dollar Tree. I was thinking at first that those would be too small, so then I was trying 2. 2 looked like he had 2 big giant nostrils. He looked a little bit more like a pig. 3 was just too big, and it looked like 3 pom-poms. It didn't look like a nose. So what I ended up doing was taking one of the big pom-poms and cutting off a little piece. And just using that as a nose. And then I ended up using the googly eyes, but I don't know. I kind of think they're a little too small for this bunny. I think if I had my druthers and I go back, I might actually sew on some button eyes. But that's just my preference. Again, you guys do whatever works for you, whatever's easier, or whatever less expensive. Okay? Now, of course, depending on the hat, the head of your gnome is going to depend on how the hat will be. So this one, because it's a kid's sock, it just fits just like a hat. It's nothing extra. And then it just looks like a silly bunny. It really does look like a silly bunny. And then I'm flopping his ears over. Oh, and I didn't tell you that we're going to add an egg to it. I feel like I just left that out of the instructions. So there are these foam eggs that the Dollar Tree sells that are on little ribbons. They're like sort of little ornaments, and I got them last year, but I also got some this year. And what I did was I pulled off his shamrock from St. Patrick's Day, and I stuck on the egg, and then I put it in his little hands, and there he is. Oh, he's so cute. Flap the ears up, stand the ears up, whatever works for you. I just love him. I think he's super cute. I also saw one on Pinterest where they had whiskers. They gave the gnome whiskers. He was really cute, but I didn't want my gnome to have extra whiskers. So the next thing, this DIY is 100% inspired by Sarah Jane from ChicOnTheCheap. Hi, Sarah Jane. She's my new best friend. Okay. Don't tell my old best friends. No, I'm just kidding. So she created these bunnies with the little tails on a little board, sitting on a little board, which was really super cute. But I'm really into hanging banners, as you guys know, and I like the ease of the DIY and the inexpensive of just throwing this on a string. So they're just going to take a little bit of finagling, but otherwise, yes, no problem. Again, this will be semi-adjustable. I know that sounds silly. We're not gluing it, but you could glue it if you want to. But it's also not going to easily slide across the string. You'll have to open the eggs up to move them around. But what we're going to do is we're going to cut a notch out of the face half of the eggs. What we're doing is we're just taking the tip of our scissors, and this cuts so easily, this plastic. Hold on, let me show you. So if you can see there's a little notch. I just cut a little tiny V with the tips of my scissors. I did it on his face side, and I did it about his eye line because his ears are a little bit heavier, and if you don't put the string a little higher on his body, he'll flip over head over tails. So tails, head over tails? Yeah, that's right. And because this is going to be like a bunny butt banner, because that's how I like it's really cute, and that was her inspiration as well, then we're going to put a little tail on the back, but you could 100% make this one reversible, just like we did for the project yesterday. Okay? I just think that it's so adorable. It really did come out so adorable. Now, we're going to use those cotton pom-poms for tails, too, from the other package. Nope, from the same package. But they do have little tails on them already, so you don't have to add them if you don't want to, if you want to save even more money. Now, again, the string from the Dollar Tree, this will close on the string from the Dollar Tree without the notches. Just the notches just help them lay a little bit better, and it helps you close the eggs on there, because what I do is I put the strings across the 2 notches, and then I can able to line the top up and click it closed. All right? And you just want to repeat with all 10 or a dozen eggs, however many you have in your package. Now, there were a couple where I started to cut a little lower. I stopped paying attention. Don't stop paying attention. Definitely don't stop paying attention. But because mine are up against a wall, they won't flip anyway. All right? The ears want to catch if they flip in that direction. But what I did notice is when I first pulled them up, that some of them were actually on upside down. I mean, they were all facing the same direction, like the tops and the bottoms, but then when I pulled on the string, 2 of them automatically flipped. I caught the string as it was twisted. So I just opened them back up again and laid them back in the right spot. Now, don't pull this string too tight, because it will pop the eggs open. And if you have, if you want to take them off and readjust them, just pull the string on both sides, and it actually pops the egg back open again. All right? It's very simple. Like I said, you could glue these shut, and you could make this permanent if you finally have them where you want them and you don't want to expand or grow on the project. All right? Now, mine is about 9 feet long. I did 2, that's not right. Mine's about 6 feet long. I did a little over an arm's length and then put my loops on both sides. And then I just eyeballed my spacing. But again, if you want the more precision, you can measure if you want to. You can fold your string in half and half again and half again to get for a dozen eggs, and so on and so forth. And then we just tie the string on the other end. And now it's time to glue on the tinies. We're going to glue on everybody's tiny tails. So as you can see there are tails. So I'm just going to put a tiny drop of hot glue and push the tail down. And what I found was a couple of them, these are sort of matte plastic finished. So if some of extra glue got oozed out, I went ahead and I wiped it while it was wet, because I didn't want it to dry shiny. I know that sounds silly and simple, but I feel like it adds a little bit more to the realism of the plastic Easter eggs. But I wanted to thank Sarah Jane from Chic on the Cheap. She is so inspirational for the inspiration for this. And I'm going to link her channel in the description box down below. Ooh, that guy's backwards. Hey, get Jim. Jim, get guys backwards. So here it is, hanging in my kitchen on my tea rack. I just love it. And I didn't realize that guy's backwards. So for the final project, we're going to take these carrots from the Dollar Tree. Now, I wanted to thank my friend Becky. Sent me a set of carrots last year at Easter time. But I also would like to thank Renee from here in Rolla, who told me that they had them the day they had them, and I ran over to the Dollar Tree and picked up 4 packs. So I would make sure I had enough of them for this project. So we're going to take 10 carrots and we're going to string them together. And these carrots, if you've not found them at your Dollar Tree, of course you could create some by wrapping jute around other carrots. We have lots of DIYs in our channel, or at least 2. But they're styrofoam. So what I decided to do was to create my little needle that I did. This very skinny piece of wood is from Valentine's Day picks 100 years ago. I think two years ago. Last Valentine's Day. That's it. Not the one that just passed, the one before that. And I save all these crazy things. So this is like a stick, but you could use a toothpick. That's where I'm going with it. And you just glue your jute to the end of it. When the jute is completely dry, and you want to make sure you try to get the jute's edge to lay down nice and flat, then you can go ahead and use it as a needle. Now for this carrot's banner, I went ahead and I wiggled it between the jute. I didn't want to cut any of those strings. So I just took the end of the wood and I wiggled it between two strings of jute. And when it came out the other side, I made sure it was between two rows of jute as well. Okay? And I used the green jute for this. I thought it would be appropriate, but you could use the orange or you could use the white string, whatever goes with your decor or whatever you have laying around the house. You could also use the natural jute as far as I'm concerned. Now I was mindful about the carrots grass. I know that sounds silly, but I wanted the carrot tops to kind of like lay over the front of the banner if they were going to lay down. I didn't want them to lay to the side or to the back. I wanted them to lay towards the front. So I kept that design element in mind as well. And again, this is a super simple project. This is one you can definitely do with the kids. Once you create the needle for them and give them instructions, I think that this is very simple. If you're going to use a toothpick with the kids, maybe cut off the pointy end, but I don't think that even a toothpick, probably stabbing a little kid, probably would sting a little bit, but not really hurt too bad. All right. And then you're just going to repeat this with all the carrots. You're going to string them on. Now this would be really cute if you liked the carrot egg combination, to maybe take those little foam egg ornaments. You could wrap them in jute, and then you could do like an egg and a carrot and an egg and a carrot. That would be really cute as well. All right, but this is just to accentuate my fireplace. I already have my bunny bag banner that I made last year with the little they're burlap bunny face bags. I stuffed them. I'm going to link the Easter playlist in the description box down below so that you guys can check out all the Easter videos. But I'm just going to add this to it. And then I did one DIY on my decorating video on my other channel. I just did it while I was decorating, so if you want to check that out. And here it is. There it is on my fireplace. I hope you really enjoyed this tutorial, all of these tutorials. If you have any questions at all, please leave them in the comment section down below. Please give this video a thumbs up. It really does help the channel. And if you haven't yet, click subscribe. And when you do, a little bell will pop up. When you ring that bell, YouTube will let you know whenever I upload a new video. And don't forget to share with friends and family. Anybody you know who's got kids and might want to do some quick, easy kid-friendly crafts. As always, take care. God bless. And I'll see you next time. Bye.